Welcome to Tales of Terror, the channel where nightmares come to life. If you're a fan of spine-tingling stories, spine-chilling scares, and heart-stopping suspense, you've come to the right place. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you the best in horror entertainment, with a focus on the classics and the latest releases. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe now. Join our community of horror fans and immerse yourself in the world of horror tales. But be warned, once you enter our world, there is no turning back. The horror you will face will haunt you for days to come. Let's start today's story. In a new experiment, I'm trying to understand what's going on in a patient's mind. I only had a week here in the sanatorium. I asked the nurses to hand out a piece of paper and a pen to each patient with serious mental disorders. The paper contains only one question. It's the thing you do that makes you feel more comfortable and more fun. 29 patients received the paper, only 15 answered the question, and the rest refused. Some of them handed the paper blank, and someone ate the paper as if it were a candy bar. The answers of the cases are mostly very normal, including writers who love to eat, draw or sing, all of which are natural arguments indicating that you are asking a conscious person who does not suffer from any psychological disorders. Except for only 2 people. The first person wrote that he likes to make anything around him black. I mean, if he was sitting in a room whose walls were a color other than black, he would suffer from spasms and nervousness and would start to turn black. The second person wrote something a bit fishy. He says he feels happy when he kills and sees blood oozing profusely from the victim's body. It is more comfortable to mutilate the corpse and try to remove the largest piece of the victim's body for a palm-sized piece. The strange thing is that there is another answer written below, as the handwriting is somewhat good and different from the one written above, as if someone else took the pen and started writing, even if the answer is completely opposite to the first answer. Writer, he enjoys watching his favorite movie or reading a new book. 2 completely opposite answers, as if there were 2 opposite people in one room. The patient's name is Jack. But there is something strange that I noticed written in the file, in which another name is repeated more than once, which is John. Someone was trying to save him on a road with speeding vehicles but failed to save him and he died. Since then, John has so invaded his mind and body that he often grabs and loses parts of his body, but he is awake and aware of what is happening. The file is full of tragedies and strange incidents that occurred at the time of the case.
Date August 7th, 2000. More than 18 monkey bodies were found inside the zoo.
Monkey carcasses were mutilated. No one knows what happened that night, but strangely enough, Jack works as a doctor inside the zoo.
September 12th, 2000. In the same year.
4 stray dogs were found horrifically slaughtered and their bodies mutilated, and the street where the dogs were found is the parallel street to Jack's house. The problem escalated and Jack started to become more aggressive. Anyone who was close to Jack began to notice more than once and reported to police departments that Jack was acting strangely.
On March 4th, 2001, a report is made to the police station by Professor Michael, who lives with Jack in the same house.
He accuses Jack of killing his dog. When the police arrive at Jack's house, they discover a locked room in his house. This room is like opening a door to hell. A large number of corpses, some of their animals, some of them children, and there are still skeletons and new body parts. This is in addition to the drawings on the wall. Jack posed a great danger at that time, and the case became public opinion, and the press broke the news that the appearance of zombies became real, and some said that it was a vampire, and some said that it was a monster. Jack confessed everything in court, but what happened on the videotape in front of me is weird. The court was running and Jack was speaking normally. Suddenly he began to hold his stomach and complain of severe pain. He fell to the ground and started to fetch a black substance. Attack them like a predatory beast. A few days after the accident, the execution of Jack, otherwise called the Beast, was filmed. Pictures of the execution spread through the streets, and everyone confirmed the execution. But what happened is that there is a person whose name I cannot mention in order to preserve my soul and yours. He called me and told me that within hours Jack would be in the clinic, and I would supervise the case myself, giving him a detailed case report every month. I couldn't ask at the time. The years passed and Jack was within the walls of room 244. His condition is unstable, his room is far from the rest of the rooms, and his condition is a source of concern for me personally. I am trying to understand his nature. In more than one video I have on my laptop, there are people outside the country who are trying to communicate with me about the situation, to the point that they gave me millions in order to disclose the physical and psychological report of the condition. John is Jack's current character, and I can't deny it more than that. Constantly satisfying his killing urges, be it children or animals. I try to keep him within the walls of the hospital. I can't get rid of it, and I can't take it out at the same time. The flash drive inside the envelope in your possession is the only evidence that confirms my words and supports the institution and the clinic. Even I am the owner of the clinic. The punishment will be long for me. The signature. Dr. Edward. This is what is in the patient's file. And with the flash. Flash contains only one video. The duration of the video is 20 seconds. I played the video. A person in white is sitting on a bed covered in bloodstains and looking at the camera. He approaches the camera and whispers in an eerie voice, "You're next." The video turns off. The light was cut off by a voice close to me, the same tone as his. "You are next. Today's story is over. But our stories are not over yet. Wait for us tomorrow with a new story. Goodbye."